That would be why. That would be why.
So,
Um,
oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I couldn't remember the other questions that were asked.
I am getting, oh, go ahead. Envy, were you going to say something? I am sensing, like you said, you have like major depressive disorder. And I feel like you need some serious help in that department. I mean, you seem very depressed just from this conversation. And of course, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. But I think that you need to get a lot of help for what you're dealing with. And like you said, not being able to live authentically, but yet you do live as a man all day, every day, right? And then you come home, and that's when you say you live as your authentic self. But like asking your wife or telling your wife that now she is in this relationship, that she's in am I allowed to say that word, Christy?
What's word?
Lesbian.
Yeah.
That now she is in a lesbian relationship, that's not fair to her, because she's not a lesbian. She married a man and you are a male, and it's not a same sex attraction relationship. So I feel like obviously you're going through a lot of things, but I don't think that it's fair that you put those things on your wife and on your children and have them think that what they've been feeling and knowing their whole lives is wrong. That's not okay. Like, you have to deal with whatever you're dealing with mentally. You need to do the things to get yourself clear, but it's not okay for you to put those things or those expectations or make your wife think that she's been living this lie, that she's a lesbian for some reason. The only lie that she's been living is the one that you gave her.
Okay.
I mean,
I saw somebody in the comments that said, he's probably drug and alcohol addicted. I just wanted to comment on that. I've been clean and sober. Well, not sober. I'm drinking a couple beers after work because I was pretty nervous to come on here. But nothing in excess. I've been clean for over 10 years. So that's not an issue. I've been in therapy and on medication, so I don't think that's an issue. And the only reason why I think I seem down and depressed now is because I just feel like I'm being not attacked, but kind of ganged up on.
By who?
There's 3 people that don't agree. I would say Envy was probably the most aggressive about it. And it's just a little scary, I guess. I didn't know what to expect.
yeah. And so I'm happy to drop if you want to have just the two of you on here, and me and Christy. I hope that you understand why we are so. I don't think that we've been aggressive. I think we've been honest.
You've been sweet. She's been sweet, but Envy.
Well, but at the same time, though, like, Jamie, you have to understand where we're coming from and why this is so upsetting to us as women, because we are being impacted. We're being affected by this every day and in every country, and it's getting worse and worse. So we want you to understand where we're coming from as women. And it's not fair that, I mean, for your wife, as an example, when you go to her and you say, now we're in a lesbian relationship or whatever, like, that's not okay, because you're feeling a certain kind of way, right? It's not okay that you put that on her. She's already processing everything that's happened, right? And I'm sure it's going to take her a long time to process and work through all that. What she decides in the end, that's, we don't know, right? But to be putting that on her and your children, like, that's a lot to process. I used to work in the school system, and at 7 years old, there's no possible way. Like Christy said, right now it's fun, right? I get to help dad with his makeup and I get to do this and that. They have is it a daughter?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so of course that's fun, right? Like, she has no idea what is happening in her life right now.
And
And I
Don't
hope
ask about
that
his
you,
age, guys. Go ahead, sorry, you know.
oh, I was just going to say, I hope that you understand that even though it's coming across aggressive or, you know, it may be like you feel like you're being ganged up on, right? But you have to understand too where we're coming from as women. So I think that's pretty much all it is. So
I don't, it's not my intention to make you guys uncomfortable or insult you in any way. This was just the only way I knew to get out of the situation that I felt that I was in.
All right, I gotta ask a question because I've been trying to ask.